Hey guys, how are you? So on this video, I'm going to be talking about the briefcase from Project SubOhm. You guys saw this on my other video that I posted, and there's this guy over here, temperature control box mod. I'm going to go ahead and go over a couple of specs on it. Um, not really specs, but more like the features and all the menu stuff on here and how to get into it and all this other stuff. Um, I'm also going to go ahead and compare it to I guess the biggest temperature control chip out there, which would be the DNA 40. I do have a DNA 40 device with me as well. And I'm just gonna go over the differences between the two, and so you guys can figure out, is the DNA 40 device work for you, or is something like the briefcase gonna work for you instead? Basically, it's gonna compare the resistances and the quality of the two box mods that I'm gonna show you. Alright, so this is the box that the briefcase comes with. Just a couple of specs on the back. What kind of ohmage you can handle, 1.1 to 3 ohms. That would be for the regular wattage control. And then after that would be the temperature range over here, 200 degrees to 600 degrees Fahrenheit, and zero point 0.1 ohm nickel coils to 1.0 nickel coils. So this box right here opens up like so, just like that. There you go. Tap right here. Nothing on the back, so there you go. The briefcase would usually be over here, but I have it sitting right here. Yeah, yep. This thing pops off over here, and you got your instructional manual. Here you are. Don't need that. Well, maybe you do, but here you go. You got a cleaning cloth that it comes with, along with I guess, a certificate of inspection, authenticity, whatever you want to call it. It also comes with a micro USB charger right here. So that goes back in. Yep, yep, and back in, and back in. Now we're going to talk about the actual briefcase itself. Um, so the briefcase mod is a temperature control box mod that can fire up to 50 watts. Be this guy right here. Project SubOhm logo in the back. Uh, Battery vent holes right here. The micro USB charging right there. So if you have a micro USB charger in your car or at home, you can charge the battery up this way. Excuse me, that was a sneeze. Someone should say bless you. Battery door pulls out like that. And there you go, you have a battery right here. The battery I have in here, if I remember correctly, is an eFast battery that I rewrapped because the thing was starting to actually, the wrapping was starting to come off. So there you go, it lets you know your positive side on the bottom, negative side on the top. So just like so. There you go. So first con that I got, well, that I saw when I got this device is that this is a little bit annoying to close the battery door on. You kind of have to hold it like this and then pop it on. Not too big of a con, not a bad thing. Turn it on, 5 clicks of the button right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm sorry, 3. Turn it on, 3. It'll detect the atomizer you got on there, and it'll bring up the menu. There you go. When you first start it up, when you put a fresh battery in there, it's going to go automatically straight to wattage mode. And you can see right there it starts out with 5 watts. 10 seconds over here, basically that's saying how long you can take a puff for, and then it'll give you a voltage reading over here, and then your ohms right here, nice big lettering. To enter the menu on this guy, double tap the menu button right here, 1, 2, okay, there you go. And in here, it will give you multiple settings to get into. Operator mode would be your normal mode versus temperature control mode. I have a nickel build in here right now, so I'm going to go ahead and use temperature control. Next up is time settings, and this is where you set how long you can take a hit for. So this is going to be anywhere between 1 second right there to up to 15 seconds. Go ahead and hit the menu button. I'm going to keep mine at 10 seconds. I actually like that setting. And auto lock is when it automatically locks itself. So when you're driving or it's in your pocket, you forget to lock it, it's going to lock by itself. This could range God knows how long. Like I've seen this thing go from like 1 minute. Actually, I'm sorry, 1 minute, all the way to like freaking all the way up there. Like, look at this. Like, why would you need to go this high? Like, come on. I'm pretty sure the highest I ever put on this thing was 300 minutes. I don't see that happening ever. So you can actually just set it to whatever. I like to keep mine at 5, but um, shutdown, same thing, automatically shuts down on you. I keep this thing at like 10 minutes. And when I'm driving, I keep the briefcase onto auto lock at about uh, 8 minutes or so. I'm gonna go ahead and exit that. Lock to just kind of lock all the buttons so it doesn't do anything in your pocket. Power up just turns the device off, and then pup info, it actually shows you how many puffs you've taken and how long you've taken puffs for. And go ahead and exit that. Exit. One thing to note about this, when you take that battery out, it is going to reset every single thing that you've set in there. So it's highly recommended you actually charge it using the USB cable, I guess. At least that's what they're trying to make you do. So there you go. You can see right there that this is going up. That's how long I'm taking a hit for. And to lock this guy, you just hit these two buttons right here, and it locks the device for you. Unlock it again. Simple click of that, both buttons, and there you go. Couple of things about this device. This thing is heavy. This thing is probably one of the heaviest mods that I've ever held in my hand. It's heavier than my IPv3 over here, and it's heavier than my Project SubOhm Fat Baby over here. It's heavier than any of those things. This is probably the heaviest mod I've ever held in my hand. Um, with that being said, it is also the most solid mod I've ever held in my hand. Like, I could probably punch somebody in the face with this thing, and it wouldn't dent it at all. Um, it does get scratched up over here. I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's a couple of scratches on there. That's all from me, just keeping in my pocket with some change and stuff, whatever. Same thing on this side. You can see that I got some fingerprints and some scratches. Nothing major, nothing that that changes the clarity of the screen or the clarity of the project SubOhm logo over here. Um, so that's the briefcase for you. Um, I'm also gonna go over really quickly the DNA 40 over here, the Heartbeat 40 from H Cigar that I have. Um, the biggest differences from between these two is that the Vapor DNA, not the Vapor DNA, I'm sorry, the Heartbeat 40, I'm sorry, the Heartbeat 40 over here containing the DNA 40 chip can go lower than 0.1 ohms. Um, I've had this thing at like 0.6 ohms to fire my nickel builds. Um, and to me, that's a big pro. So I gotta call it a confidence device that it actually just shoots at 0.1. You have to be really careful with your coil builds, um, especially if you're a new person getting into coil building on nickel coils rather. It's gonna be hard. Right now I'm rocking 13, 14. No, I'm sorry, 12 wraps of nickel on one of my screwdrivers right here. I can't really tell you how big this is, but you can kind of judge like that. Um, So, and that gets me to about 0.14. If you wrap on, say, something like a screwdriver like this, or smaller, um, and you do like 10 wraps or like 12 wraps even, you'll get somewhere in the range of zero point 0.9, point 0.09, 0.1, and that will not fire on this device, and that's annoying. Uh, at, uh, it gets on my nerves, basically. So, just for that, I like the DNA 40 when it comes to that aspect. I'm going to go ahead and bring it back to my face so we don't have to, keep looking at the briefcase over here and just bore you. Alrighty, so that's the briefcase. I went ahead and went over a couple of cons on for you guys on the close-up right here. Again, very heavy. Um, the .1 ohm coil is not very easy to work with. unless you know what you're doing when you're building liquid coils. When I first started, it was hell for me. I hated it. I absolutely hated it. Um, but once you do get the hang of it, it's nice to have it on here, um, because the connections are nice and tight on here compared to my H cigar D840 over there. Um, and again, the fact that it's nice and heavy, well, nice and solid rather. I don't like that it's heavy, but nice and solid, makes it one of my favorite uh, mods to bring with me, especially when I go to work. Cause like I said, I take 45 minutes to get to work, plug in that charger, and if I see that it's dying on the road with me, I can just go ahead and plug it in. Um, if I do see that it's dying on me while I'm at work, I can charge it with my charger for my phone, no problem. Um, One thing that I am going to say that I forgot to mention earlier on the close-up is, what was it called? I forgot what I was going to say. Hang on. Oh yeah, that I don't like the fact that when you take that battery out, that you're going to be stuck with trying to reset all the settings that you had in there. Um, resetting those settings every single time that you take a battery out. Because like for me, I have like 10 batteries here. I have 10 18650 batteries, and I don't like having downtime, so I just pop a battery out, take it back in, and then put a new one in there, and then all the settings change again. That's annoying. But other than that, this device is easily one of my favorites. I take it with me every day to work. This is what I use when I'm driving, and then when I get to actual work, I start using my dripper RDA over here, and that's about it. Um, that's it. So, thanks for watching. This is the video on the Briefcase RD not RDA Briefcase mod. So thanks for watching. Go ahead and subscribe if you like the video, or if you didn't like the video, or if you were confused about some things. Go ahead and please leave a comment. I'll try to get back to it. I'll try to make a follow-up video or something. I'll try to put something out there to kind of help. All right.